Valerie, and I'm back with a video. It's been a very long time, but now I've just been working on some music, and today I'm going to be showing you a makeup look from my photo shoot that I'll be coming out with a new EP, my first one ever, and a single, and you'll be seeing the exact look that I'll have from the photo shoot. So, first thing we're doing, I'm doing my eyes. So, doing my eyeshadow, you always start off with a primer, girl, because you want those eyeshadows to stay on. So, this one's e.l.f. eye primer, like this. I use this, like, all the time. I even lost, like, my cap already, so now it's capless. And I'm just going to put it on my eye and blend it like so. Like, I don't even watch TV anymore. I just watch, like, vlogs and, like, people doing their makeup. And I didn't appreciate how, like, their work until now that I'm actually doing it. But I'm just going to do my best and have fun with it. So after priming my lids, I'm going to set it with this eyeshadow from Boss Babe. This is actually a gift from my best friend. Shout out to her. Because she knew I was doing the photo shoot and she was helping me figure out, like, what kind of look to go for. And she got me this for Christmas. So thank you. I'm using the shade Daddy's Girl. Daddy's Girl. Because I am my daddy's girl. As I'm setting my lid, I'm just setting it so that when I put in the other colors that it blends nicely. So next is that I'm going to be using this Urban Decay Gwen Stefani Gwen Stefani eyeshadow palette. It looks like this. This one I use like all the time. I used to do pageants too, and like this was like my go-to makeup eyeshadow palette, so I highly recommend. So I'm using the shade Harajuku. Back in high school, I used to do YouTube covers and stuff, but this is the first time that like I'm releasing my own music. And so yesterday I just released my first single. If you haven't heard it yet, check it out on Spotify, Valerie Bonz, and follow me on Instagram too, Valerie Bonz. Everything will be linked down below, so follow me like this. Down below. So just doing that. But yeah, so it's a little bit like nerve-wracking really to be releasing your own music, because I never want to create songs just to sound like good or sound poppy and just get in with the flow. Like the songs that I write is so vulnerable for me. Some of them I wrote when I was in high school, like with no intention of anyone ever really hearing it. I had people from my team kind of like hear it and they were like amazed, and I was like, what? Like, no, not this. But kind of even just recommending like, you need to put this out there, people need to hear it, and there's power in like just the vulnerability that you have when you write these songs really convinced me like, okay, yeah, like I really feel like I should do this, even though it's like so out of my comfort zone. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Boss Babe, and I'm gonna be using the shade Sassy. My first single is called Impatiently Waiting. Basically, this is one of the songs where it's like I had no intention of anyone really hearing it or ever even recording it. But it came from a place of, I was just over at a friend's house and like we were just, talking and just having like a really good conversation. After that, like I went home and I just like felt like writing a song as if I was in her shoes. And like and I stayed up like, and no one was home, so I was able to just go wild like singing and whatever. And I was just able to write the song like until like 2 a.m. and just like did it there. And it's called Impatiently Waiting because it's about like a person who wouldn't really admit it to people that like there's this deep desire of wanting to be loved, wanting to be in a relationship, but they're kind of just impatiently waiting. And like the chorus says like, isn't it funny like that I'm the one laughing? So like on the outside they make it seem like, oh, like I don't need to be in a relationship, like there's so many people around me in a relationship, but like I'm cool being independent, but then like deep down inside there's that longing, which I think is like natural. Like we were created to want to be loved, and so, and I think that's just a common theme in all of my songs because of my own journey, where I tend to be the person who would like kind of show one thing of like, yeah, like I don't need that. And I think it's just like even me like not showing how I really feel sometimes, and in these songs it's kind of a way for me to express how I really feel. But I'm getting better at being vulnerable. Like I know that vulnerability has power. And so then I'm going to go back with actually this Smashbox primer, and I'm just going to put it right here in the inner parts of my eyeshadow, my eyelid right here, because then I'm going to like put in the glitter. I love me some glitter. And there you have it. And then same thing again, I'm going to set it with this Boss Babe Daddy's Got a little bit. And then my favorite part, I'm going to go in with, I have them all stacked. I'm going to go in with my Naked palette that I love oh so dearly. It's funny, like all of my palettes are actually like gifts that were given to me. And yeah, and so I'm going to use the shade Sidecar, like the donuts. Delicious. And then I'm going to go back with, from the Naked palette, the shade called Buck, to kind of just use it to blend again. Blend, blend, blend is my friend. Someone should make a song about that. I should make a song about that. Blend, blend, blend is my friend. It makes me look better in the end. Thumbs up if you like that song. And for the eyebrows, I'm using Anastasia brow powder. And we're just going to do my brows. So I feel like how you do your brows, like it just depends on like the person. You know, like there's a specific way, like we all have like different facial features or whatever, like whatever works best for you. Because I feel like whenever someone does my eyebrows, like even though it looks good, like I'm never usually fully satisfied with it, just because I feel like I have to do it because I know exactly like what it is for my face and like what makes me like feel good about it. And so yeah, so I'm not gonna talk too much about how you can do your eyebrows, just that's how I do mine. So for the next songs that I'll be having for my EP, like I said, like there's just this theme of vulnerability, really, because I just feel like that's something that I like went through in life, where there's just things that I wouldn't necessarily like always say like to like a person, and so like I say that message through song. But a couple of the songs from my EP, like I wrote in high school, and I'm in a much like different place than that. So before, like opening up and stuff had always been really hard. And so once you hear the songs, you'll see what I'm talking about. But I'm really excited for it to come out, just because it's super new for me. I mean, all of this is just like, you know, creating my own music is super new for me. So I think, hold on, I can do both. Multitasking, like I said, not the best at it. Like if you're like a really good friend of mine and we're in the car and I'm driving, good luck. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to mention. I think I'm done with my brows. I can go back in it later. But I'm using a Professional to kind of just prime my face before I put on my foundation. By the way, guys, we're filming in my room, so that is my pillow, and that is where I sleep. I love my room. And yeah, this is where I at. Like, but all this lighting, like all fancy things, I had a team come and help me, and they're actually back here, and they're all guys, so they're very, very amused with this makeup tutorial, and we'll probably apply it one day for their one day daughters. That's what I'm gonna say. Unless, you know, they feel like putting on makeup. So say hi, guys.
Hi.
They don't know if they can talk or not, but they're here and they're really amazing. And yeah, they're the best. They really are. So the camera died. So sorry about that. But I was doing my foundation. By the way, shout out to my mom because I got this for her for Christmas too. But I borrowed it. So I love you, Mama. So like I was doing, I'm just gonna apply more right here. It kind of dried out as I was doing it, but putting in the foundation. And my favorite thing is to blend. What was the song that I was doing? Blend. I forgot. Something like blend. And I'm just gonna be talking about how I first even got into music. I've always sang since the most vivid memory I had of singing was when I was like 3 years old. And I remember any party or family party or any place that my mom brings me to, they always make me sing. And my mom would brag that like when you were 3 years old, you would like memorize songs and like all of that stuff. So I've always sang like ever since I was little, but I always hated, I didn't hate singing, but I hated like being forced. So I've always loved music, got into music. And my dad is a musician. I grew up with him like singing in church, playing his guitar. And I remember thinking like, whoa, like I want to be like that one day. Like that's so cool. And like that's what I do now too. So yeah, it's just crazy how things work. And also my grandfather, he was a composer. And he actually, the way he wrote songs, that's not how we do it nowadays where we're like, we just think of something and we like record. But back in the days, like he would like write like the music notes. To me, like that sounds, I don't know, that's like so cool because I can't even read music notes. I kind of just like, yeah, I don't even know how to do that. Like everything that I know about music, well, not everything, but like just mostly like just self-taught, like YouTube, Ultimate Guitar was my friend. But anyway, back to makeup. This is the Born This Way, and I'm gonna put it as concealer, like so. And yeah, and so I kind of like forced my tiny hands at the time to like play guitar. And because I was left-handed, I used to attempt to play it like the other way, but it just didn't work with Ultimate Guitar. Like it was, yeah, I just didn't. So I played how everyone else would play. And I just like, my mom would tell you that like all I ever did like at night, like I would stay up like really late at night and you would just hear me like singing like really loud, and my siblings hated it. Like they would tell me to shut up and all of those things. But now because I don't live at home, whenever I go home, my mom's always asking me, "Hey Val, can you sing a song right now? Can you sing karaoke?" It's really funny. But yeah, I always sing and all of those things. What am I doing with my makeup again? So I did my concealer, my foundation. Cool. And now I'm going to set that with this, what is it called again? Rimmel Natural, not natural, but this powder thing. And I'm just going to set it under my eyes like so. Next, I'm gonna do the bronzer. The way that I write songs, like I'm not too fancy with my words. Like it's just not who I am. Maybe because I'm like bilingual or trilingual because I speak English, Tagalog, and Ilocano. So I don't know if it has anything to do with that. But like the way that I like write my songs is just very simple and like easily understood. And so that's even like how my songs are, where it's just like very simple words put into a melodic sound in a way. And I have a lot of artists that I look up to. One of them is Tori Kelly, like people like Ed Sheeran, John Mayer. And I was just watching, also another bronzer, the Hula Benefit. And I'm just gonna bronze contour right here. But I love like John Mayer. Michael Jackson, I would say, is like my ultimate favorite artist ever. I just think he's a musical genius, and he's a person that I just think he's a wonderful he was a wonderful human being. And so I was just watching like his movie This Is It, and just like seeing just him even like giving his input and all those things, and like how he paid attention to details. I thought that was like incredible. And like I was just thinking to myself like, wow, like I want to be that way, where I'd be so involved in just like creating like my craft. Well, yeah, because it's my craft, but like working with other people to like make that happen was really something that I appreciated when I was watching This Is It. And then do my eyelashes. Lastly, how I got here to this place, like, you know, me making like YouTube videos and having a team and even being able to put out music, is that last July I joined a ministry called One Voice Student Missions. Our goal is to reach high schools in America, and so we go into high schools, and even our reach is for high school students. That's actually one of the reasons how I became a Christian, was because this ministry actually came to my own high school, and I attended one of their meetings, and ever since then, like being poured into by people from the team and just having that friendship really did change my life. And it's crazy now that it came in full circle, where I'm at a place where I get to pour into high school students and all of those things. And that's also like one of the main reasons why I'm putting out music, is because I feel like I was called to even be a voice for the next generation. And so I moved with the community of One Voice, and so I live with like amazing girls, and like just live in an amazing community. And like I learned a lot about myself and just being with people. Like it's just crazy, like how I know that we were all made to be in community and all that, and it's just crazy how much life it really gives you when you live with people who like really believe in you and encourage you and challenge you. So this mascara I'm using, this actually came from, is it Epsi or Ipsy? Either one of those, but from the Epsi bag. Yeah, because I'm not using falsies for the photo shoot, I want to like put a whole lot of mascara. So yeah, overall though, like I'm just so excited for this new season in my life, putting out my music, being with One Voice, and like going into high schools, all those things. It's crazy because before there were two main things that I was always passionate about, and it was music and young people. And like I've always asked the Lord, like, okay, like what does that even look like, or anything like that. And just like being here now, like that's exactly what I'm doing. And I'm like, what? So this is the final look that you get.